Hello and welcome to the CA Staff M6 GT3 Championship Round 6, coming at you live from the Hungaroring. Let's go straight into the action. See if we can get these captures. There we go. We've got it all working. Hello and welcome to the Hungaroring. I'm Ben Leach as usual, and here alongside me is my trusty co-commentator Doug Pennant. Say hello, Doug.
Hello everyone, good to be here.
Right, we have there's just over 6 minutes left of this warm-up, so let's quickly run through everything about this event today. So we currently have 14 cars on the track. You can't see it in the UI currently, but we do. Let's check the event info quickly. It's 21 degrees in the air, 29 on the track, no wind. It's going to be beautiful here at the Hungaroring today.
Feels like that in Horsham right now, frankly.
Yeah, absolutely sweltering. Anyway, let's take a quick look at the driver's standings and the team standings. So up on your screen now should be the results. So yeah, if we take a look at the drivers' championship first, Bolesky's still leading the pack on 84 points, followed by Munu Yilmaz in second with 73 points.
Numbers.
Yes, numbers. Pete Brophy, after an unfortunate DNF last race due to unforeseen technical complications, he's sitting there nicely on 65 points in third. Matt Perkins there, and Ollie Salt and Tom Constable, all within a hair's breadth of each other, 58, 56, 54 points respectively. Ian Towers, no show last race, so he's sitting on 44 where he left off. Tim Heaton on 31, but close behind him in 9th is Peter Vernon on 29. Prescott and Blabanov, both joint 10th, I guess, both on 17 points, but Tim Regal is right behind them. He hasn't raced in a while though. He's on 16 points. Kolyev then on 15 points, Padgham on 13, Damien Marek on 10 points, Kevin Coster on 8, and James Woolwich on 1, and that's the last point scorer in the championship.
So the big changes this time are Tom Constable losing out 2 places to Matthew Perkins and Ollie Salt, but it is still very close. That is one of our best championship battles right now.
Yeah, there's
also
still quite a lot to play for here.
Yeah, and Tim Heaton took a place from Peter Vernon, and Georgi Belabanov jumped all the way from 14th to 11 by bringing home a good haul of points.
That's brilliant.
So he's bringing himself into this fight.
It was his best result, I believe, Doug, wasn't it?
Yeah, even it was an opportunity of it being a reduced field, so fewer places to not score many, but he still delivered on his driving and has improved well. So he's one of the exciting stories in the middle of the field. No changes in the team positions.
Yep, as we go on to the teams. OAP Racing extend their lead, though, don't they? 134 points in first place. Product GSG, hot on their tail, but dropping off a bit on 118 points. Team Heaton, sitting there at third place, 104 points. Then it's Halls of Steel on 87, Cocoa Pops Racing on 77, and then the HB DeskJet 2630 all-in-one printer. It's an ink with 2 months trial, staying there in 6th place on 55. The Invisibles still haven't turned up. Where are you? Where are you guys? They're invisible.
Been here the whole time. It's going to be a really strange league at the end when it turns out they've been here P1, P2, P3 the whole time, but we just couldn't see them. But oh well. You should have been visible, guys. Come on.
Excellent. Right, let's take a look at the qualifying results. So your pole position player today is Bolesky, followed by Munu Yilmaz in second, Matt Perkins in third, Ian Towers, a great result for him in fourth on the grid. Stefan Kolyev, good result for him as well, 5th. That's Peter Brophy there in 6th, Peter Vernon in 7th, Tim Heaton in 8th. Tom Constable in 9th, Sam Prescott in 10th, Georgie Belowanov in 11th, Alan Padgham in 12th. Use your words, Ben. And Ollie Salt, surprising after he's been going so well, to see that in 13th. But I guess we'll see what the race holds, eh, Doug?
Indeed, and this race is unlike many of the others. This is one of our long races, is it not?
This is one of our long races, so there will be pit stops. There'll be one 50-minute race, so yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah,
it's going to be a marathon.
It is. So there's no grace of a second race with reversed grid this time. So you've got to make it all work in this one long thing. So Ollie, like, for all of his point scoring today, it's going to be hard work. I mean, his performance in the second race last time was extraordinary. Like a stressful but well-held, consistent drive to, like, winning a race in the end, I believe.
Yeah, and there he is in chat now, head in hands. It was an excellent race last time from Ollie. Yeah, coming first, which was incredible, to say the least. As Bolewski has been so dominant throughout this entire championship so far. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one today. We'll see how the pit stops play into it as usual. One big change for this race is that there's going to be no changing of just 2 tyres. So Constable won't be able to pull his shifty tricks this time. And yeah,
that was great drama last time.
That was some great drama, but yeah,
yeah.
With no tyres left. Oh man, excellent.
So today's track, the Hungaroring. Do we have a track map we can bring up for the viewers?
Of course, yeah. There we go. There it is. It looks like some sort of weird anvil.
It is a bit strange looking, this one, but it has some good sections in. So you see where Muna is coming up there at the top. He's driving along that area and through the fast corners, and this is one of the good battling areas. And then you've got where I reckon anyone battling into this corner, that it will be one of the braking zones that catches them out. I think one of 3 braking zones, because there is the first corner, which is a long straight and then a really committed hairpin, and then turn 12, which is just a couple before the end, is a long straight and then a right angle, an immediate right angle.
We are going into the race.
Monaco without the walls, yeah.
All right, we are starting. I'll put the camera squarely on Towers. Hopefully it doesn't bash it into the wall. Go on, mate.
Onto the straight. Here we go.
Straight. Here we go. A good field today. A nice big chunky field. And it's go, go, go. Here at the Hungaroring. So all jostling for position here. Everyone gets away cleanly, seemingly. You see Prescott just stepping out there in the back of the screen. Looks like there's a bit of tussle. It's Padgham and Woolridge at the back, having a bit of a spin. I think
cleaner than I expected.
I think Padgham got the worst of that one.
I was expecting more drama than that going into turn 1. Like, people are playing a long game today.
Indeed they are. That's Towers getting on the grass a little bit, but he seems to retain some track position. Ah, yes. We're going to see truly... we're definitely going to see how people handle these long sweeping corners and real fast straights today, Doug.
Yeah. Kolyev's lost 2 places, which brings Pete Brophy and Peter Vernon up by 1. So Peter Brophy was hounding the back of Towers, but he just lost a moment out to Vernon.
Yeah, big slide there for Perkins on the grass. Disastrous.
Oh, it could have been worse. He managed to keep it pointed forward so he could rejoin up to speed.
Yeah, it looks like he's okay. He's just joined in front of Kolyev.
It's cost him a couple though, but it could have been much worse.
You can see Ollie Salt's crept up to 9th.
All the way, yeah. That's a good start from 13th.
This is definitely great racing here, Doug.
Yeah, that's now this is going to be Tao's challenge because I know we know how fast Pete Brophy is, and Tao is like he's got to think, right, do I try and keep Pete Brophy behind, or do I preserve the momentum he's built up from qualifying and just stick to the lines and just take care not to avoid getting spun out by some overzealous combat?
Yeah, you also got to take care of your tyres, make them last as long as possible because obviously those pit stops are going to come into play.
And like that, and that's one of the challenges for the drivers. Like, because normally, like the tires going off one way is like, okay, it can be tricky. We've seen on other tracks where people have had to start nursing; they can't fight near the end. But if you can play strategic, so if you're going to do fighting, do it when you've got fresh tires. But also see which drivers can adjust to having tires that are going off to suddenly going on to full grip tires, getting them up to temp, and then into combat.
Definitely, it's that change that they've got to be wary about, changing their driving style halfway through the race again to account for the tyres is going to be mentally challenging.
Looks like Padgham might have had another off. He's just, yeah, I think he might be backwards. He's just lost a lot of time to Balabanov. Still losing it.
We're going to have a look. No, there he is. He's on.
He's back on, yeah.
Looks like Perkins has got back up to 5th.
Yeah, he managed to take that from Vernon. Vernon's being chased by Heaton. Salt is right on Heaton. He is not letting this train get away from him. Good stuff.
Yeah, if these cars stay all bunched up, Doug, it's going to be very, very spicy in the pit lane.
Now, this Towers is doing a great job for Yilmaz and Belevsky, keeping Peter Brophy, one of their close contenders, away from them. But it's going to be a long race of defense. Perkins is actually giving himself some free air. This is a good chance to try and chase back the places he's lost.
Yeah,
he started P3. That's a great qualifying position.
Yeah. Oh, we said it. No, the commentator's curse. He said it himself. Perkins warned you, Doug. He warned you.
I'm so sorry, man.
Let's get that camera off that man so he can concentrate. We're looking at Pete Brophy now. Surely nothing can go wrong here. The flash of the lights from Pete Vernon in the background say it all. Sorry, Matt. It won't happen.
Complain.
It won't happen again, mate.
Don't flash your lights at me, Pete. That got you a position.
Excellent. Let's go see what's happening with Constable. He's on the back of Ollie Salt, but didn't get away quite as he'd like to at the start. I think, Doug.
I think he lost out to a couple of because he did start P9, but I think he would have wanted to do better than this, especially with a couple of drivers like struggling and dropping back, which I think is what we've seen from Prescott and Woolridge and Koliev. Yeah, like Koliev's down in 12th. I missed when that happened.
Yeah, you can see Prescott in the back of your screen just as there he is there. With Woolridge actually stacked up behind Prescott. But yeah, as you said, Doug, Koliev 3 seconds off the back of Woolridge now. Oh, it's Prescott having a bit of a moment. Allows Woolridge to go through. And Koliev.
Ooh, that's a punishing hit. I think this is quite a taxing track. There's a lot of uncertain driving around a lot of these corners. Like even from what we saw from Perkins, even Constable looked like he was having to rethink a couple of lines and looked like he was oversteering somewhat.
Yeah, most definitely. So now you've got Perkins right on the back of Vernon now.
So that was the place he lost after we cursed him.
Yes.
I'm sorry. So let's see if he can. Is he redeeming himself or redeeming us? I don't know.
Just don't mention that Perkins is doing well, and he won't slide off.
It's got to be it. If he's listening to this broadcast, he should probably stop listening to this broadcast because I reckon it's making him a worse driver.
Yeah. Matt Perkins is doing adequately.
He is driving a car.
He's driving a car around a corner.
This is quite fun watching this defense. Was that a bit wide from Pete? Not enough to lose too much momentum.
You see Salt's dropped off the back of Heaton there a bit. He must have had a bit of a moment that we didn't see.
Yeah. Ooh. That was Vernon just having to catch himself a bit, and Perkins taking, I think, a bit of avoiding action to not pile into the back of him.
Yeah, let's take a look further up the road. This is Towers again.
It's going to be a long one.
See, he's not losing. Muna's not losing Towers, but...
It is a slow building up of the gap. I mean, the gap between Bolevsky and Yilmaz is faster. Koliev gets a move on.
That's already 5 seconds.
Oh.
Oh, a bit of a wide line there from Towers, allowing Brophy to draw in a little bit, but won't let him by, so he's got some breathing room there, but...
Koliev and Woolridge are tooth and nail, by the way.
Yeah, are they? Let's have a look.
They were just trading places.
Yeah, there you go. Stefan Koliev goes into 10th, past Woolridge. Good move there.
You had to fight for it, though. Woolridge, it was taking a retake.
We've got this this Vernon Perkins battle going on. We've got the Brophy Towers battle going on. There's a couple of little hot battles.
Like a move. Now, I wonder if Brophy. I wonder how tactically he's going to try. Like, is he going to try and psych Towers out into over driving one of the straights and missing a braking point? Or is he just going to try and get a better line and outpace him on one of the straights? Although Towers seemed to get the better of those few corners.
Yeah, he
did, no, it's
do a good job there. It looks like Perkins has dropped off the back of Vernon, but must
have been just a little bit wide.
Yeah, into the clutches of Tim Heaton.
Tim Heaton is quite consistently in pursuit, bit of clear air, but he'll take a place if you offer it.
Yes, just like that. But Perkins is coming in. We got our first pit of the race.
It's early.
I didn't realise the pit window was open.
Neither did I. We don't have visibility on this. We haven't been going for very long.
No, I thought I didn't think the pit window would be open by now. Just the UI hasn't appeared for it, so.
Interesting.
Perkins, what are you doing? Anyway.
Maybe he's hoping that like he can get some good tyres and just nurse them without having to be in the combat areas, and other people can spin each other out while fighting.
Yeah, maybe he accrued some damage that he's trying to fix, and that's going to put him down the roster.
It is, but he did have some gravel off, so maybe he's just like, right, I've binned these tyres, I can get some new ones, and I reckon I can treat them better. So, still, that's a commitment to a set of tyres.
It is.
We'll see how it pays off.
Oh, and it goes from bad to worse for Matt Perkins. A drive-through penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Well,
it's all gone to pot.
Well, any other drivers listening? The Other Salt fan club is claiming a 2-stop strategy. That's a point, actually. It's one mandatory pit stop, isn't it?
It is one mandatory pit stop, yeah.
But I guess you can stop again if you just think it'll be better.
You can stop as many times as you want.
It does cost you time, though, especially if you're speeding the pit lane, Matt.
Yeah, Perkins now full 1 minute and 15 behind the lead. So he's got half a minute to make up, so I hope those new tyres are worth it.
Now, somewhere along the way, Salt managed to get past Constable and is now pretty close to the back of Heaton, which you can actually just see in the back.
So Salt was always ahead of Constable.
He wasn't always ahead.
Well, he was.
Actually, yeah, he did get there quite quickly, didn't he? Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay. They just seem closer than they were for a while. I wonder if maybe Constable catching Salt.
Yeah, I think so. Salt dropped off the back of Tim Heaton for a bit, and now he's carried Constable up with him, and now they're both on the back of Tim Heaton.
Right. I guess Peter Vernon's. Peter Vernon had the breathing room.
It's Prescott and Blabanov for 10th place. Blabanov's having a go. It looks like Woolridge has had some sort of problem as he's slipped down to 12th. He was in 10th previously. Up the
perhaps
front,
a spin.
yeah, up the front we've got Towers, and Brophy still going at it for 3rd place.
Taking some grass. A wide line, but legal, I think.
Indeed, it looks like Perkins has taken his drive-through penalty. He's now, yeah, there. He's now 1.5 minutes down the road.
Now, will he get a better drive in clear air, not battling, than he was in before? And
well, that's quite a good thought there, because he might have given himself quite a lot of clean air to drive, and then that means at the end of the pit window he can just jump in.
Yeah, and he might just be looking for a long overcut. I think it's overcut.
Yeah.
It's overcut and undercut.
Let's take a look at the track map to see where everyone is. So you can see Bolesky heading up that straight there. They're taking... Oh, looks like Perkins is retired.
Oh dear.
Absolute disaster for Perkins. He's retired.
Oh no, what happened there?
No idea.
No messages yet. Well, we'll see what comes in.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys informed on what happens there.
Oh, it's a tragedy from a P3 qualification.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
damn. Sorry, Matt. I hope it wasn't us. I feel like it was us.
No, it wasn't us. It was probably us. So yeah, you can see Bolesky from Yilmaz, from Towers, from Brophy, from Vernon, from Heaton, from Salt, from Constable, from Kolyev, and then way down the road, Vlamanov, Prescott, Woolridge, and Padgham racing all on his own.
We haven't seen much of Padgham in this league, so he hasn't had the practice of a lot of these guys, and this is it's not an easy track.
This is true.
This is going to be a heavy duty training catch up session for him.
Yep, all the pit windows now open.
We got those.
That little the little circle on the side of the standings represents the pit window.
The very uncolourblind friendly graphics, yes.
Yes.
Oh, my glasses are downstairs.
So let's see who is going to come in to the pits first.
Should have checked before, but wondering what the delay is on a pit stop at this track. Because I'm assuming it's around the 20 seconds, like that's quite standard.
Probably
the
about
pit entry.
30 to 40 seconds, I would have thought.
Perkins, apparently car's fucked. At least I'm assuming that's who Petelius is.
Yeah. Unfortunately there, Matt.
That's horrible luck.
Yeah.
After such a good quality. And on a
bit of a twitch there from Towers. Is it going to allow Brophy to capitalise? No, it doesn't. Towers had a bit of a twitch, but bit of a rumble over there. But he's guarding his line very well, I must say.
I'm wondering if his tyres are struggling, because all these turns he's having to nurse and only just keep in.
If I was Towers, I would get in the pits right now.
Yeah, windows open. Either his tyres are gone or he's rattled. Either way, pit stop's probably a good move for it.
Yeah, just means he can get out of the back of Brophy, who actually just gets on the side of the apex there.
His tyres might have gone a bit as well. These two are losing ground to Vernon.
Yeah, no pit this time.
Tim Heaton's still keeping Salt behind him, by the way. In fact, it's Constable on the back of Salt now.
Salt's coming in. He's
there it is, yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. He would try some spice. We've also got that's Padgham in the pits as well. So
getting in early.
Yeah, getting it in early for Padgham. But yeah, here is Salt into the pits.
And now it gets really confusing to know who is in theory in front.
So let's figure out how long this takes. So if it was at 30, we'll count down from there. So
hopefully the UI doesn't change.
Right, let's go watch some other stuff on the track. Yeah, Towers drawing away from Brophy. Brophy kind of falling back into the arms of Pete Vernon there. So, oh, and a big spin from Towers.
Oh no!
He spinned it.
That's
now
okay,
is the time for him to get in the pits.
Yeah, get in the pits. Sort yourself, sort your shoes out. Now, has he saved enough tyres from that battle to use the air?
Yep, Salt's back on track.
1 minute 10 behind. So, was that a 40-second pit? Or was that that was at least 30 seconds?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It's not telling me, it doesn't give me the pit stop times, unfortunately.
Vernon's absolutely hounding Brophy here. I feel like if this is tyres, then I can't imagine Brophy staying out for that much longer.
Oh, and Towers isn't going into the pits. He's going to keep racing. Could be ill-advised. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
An interesting decision.
I guess he wants to race towards the end of the pit window and then pit then, so that he can get the most out of these tyres before they completely go. Because you don't want to be racing at the end of the race on poor tyres.
Yeah. Constable looks like he might try and effect a pass on Tim Heaton soon. Just behind Mr. Towers here.
Yeah, let's take a look. There he is.
It's closed right up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's closing right up on the back of Heaton now. Obviously, Salt is not there, but we'll soon see what happens there when all of these guys pit. See if any of the front runners are pitting. Doesn't look like it.
So we'll have to see the difference. Am I correct? Is it just Salt and Padgham that have pitted?
It is just Salt and Padgham that have pitted.
Okay. Yo, so I can just see a tiny bit of tint difference.
So all these guys still absolutely going for it.
Well, that's a bit wide from Heaton there. Not problematically, still got a line. But I wonder if he's having to nurse a little bit now, because he was in some chasing earlier, but I don't know if it was the kind of chasing that took him out. Oh, that's Towers drifting. That's a drift.
A bit of a power slide there from Towers. Got a bit of a tank slapper going. No biggie.
It's in Tokyo Drift Towers. You want grip. Get it sorted. Balabanov and Prescott are still duking it out.
Yep. Constable having a go at Heaton here, but no. Heaton says, no, I'm not going to let you through, mate. But Constable gets a good drive out of that corner, so maybe, just maybe. He's just Heaton guarding his line very well.
There's a funny thing you see when they got. So you saw Constable get close to Heaton there, but then having to jink a little, make a couple of decisions. We saw this from Brophy earlier when Towers was sometimes having trouble. Is if you move around a little while, you can't suddenly decide it's an overtake.
No.
Because the more you jink around, the more momentum you lose, and these cars don't accelerate fast enough to get it back. So a proper move, you've got to commit your way into it and carry that speed to get past the other car.
Most definitely.
And so a sudden move, you generally stop yourself from crashing into them, but it's hard to turn that into an overtake. It looks like Prescott's managed to pull away from Balabanov by a couple of seconds. Maybe there was a wide. Oh.
Yeah, you can see there's Prescott, and then Balabanov might come in. There he is.
Yeah, so I expect Balabanov had a bit of a wide because they were like half a second distance.
Indeed. This is still the closest battle on the track right now. Nobody's pitting, so we'll see what happens there.
So I guess a lot of them are going for the one-stop strategy, and if it is a 30-second drop, I don't entirely blame them. So I hope Salt knows how to make his tyres last till the end of this race, because that's I mean, unless he thinks he can really claw plus 30 seconds out of his thing, or if he's just counting on everyone else to fall off on only a one-stop, which that is, I guess that's the difference. You don't just have to claw it back. You're thinking of other people's differentials as well. It's a bit of a gamble.
Definitely. His Mooner on his own pretty much. He's got a 10-second gap either side of him, so he's just cruising at the moment. Doing a really good job here. Further up the road is Bolevsky. Well, it's just schooling everyone really.
A nice Tuesday evening drive.
Yeah, nice Tuesday evening drive around the Hungaroring. See what happens. Is anyone going to pit this time round? No pit from Vernon, but no pit from Brophy either. No pit from Towers. No pit from Heaton.
Oh, but for a moment I thought Constable might have gone in.
Koliev? No.
No one's going early.
No one's going early. They're all waiting to see who's going to pull the trigger.
Yeah, and I guess they're just taking the tires for as long as they feel they're any use, because it you don't want to drop these if you're doing a one. Oh dear.
Oh.
See, that's the kind of sign. That's not a corner where many people have gone off and gone wide much.
Indeed.
Because it's only a short straight. That looks like a struggling for grip situation.
Yep.
So I would expect to see Prescott come in soon.
Well, we've just got Bolevsky behind him now.
Yeah.
Obviously as a back marker. We'll see, is Woolridge going to pit?
It's a wide line as well there.
No, doesn't look like a pit there. No pit for Bolevsky either.
No. Oh, Constable's got ahead of Heaton. Missed that.
Yeah, and Vernon's having a go at Brophy.
He got past.
Only briefly though.
Yeah, hasn't stuck it.
Must have sent it pretty hard. But yeah,
demand.
There's Constable ahead of Heating now. That's a good change for him.
Now, has he got enough tyres left after that to pull out some distance in clear air before pitting? Because if so, that's a good gambit.
Brophy's pitting.
So he's taking it. Sick of messing around with Pete Vernon. It's like, leave me alone, I'm trying to drive.
There goes Towers on by. Constable and Heaton.
Who's that? Who's that just coming in? Is that Mooner? Koliev. Right.
Koliev's coming in.
Let's not watch this. It's 30 seconds of nothing.
Yeah, all right. Let's go back. Yeah, Towers now with a clean track ahead of him. Driving on. Pete Vernon's just ahead, about 8 seconds down the road. Tom Constable about 5 seconds behind. So we'll see how these pit stops play into it. Pete Brophy rejoins in 7th place. I mean 8th place, but that's pretty good. Koliev rejoins in 10th, ahead of Salt. So that's
briefly. I think Salt must have just got him on the straight.
Looks like Salt must have just pipped him on the straight there. Where is Koliev? Oh no, he's there. Pipped him in the pit lane.
Okay, yeah, so he's still just in the pit. Fair enough.
Yeah. Brophy's joined there. There he is. There's Prescott coming just out of the screen there. Yeah, he's come back in between Prescott and Balabanov.
Balabanov's only It'll be interesting to see, like, actually, because Salt's just taking, I think, another half second off Balabanov in that lap. But it'll be interesting to see if Salt's making much more of a little bit more than that. No, they're about 3.5 seconds out.
Yeah. Oh, looks like Constable's coming in. He's pitting.
Oh, he's making it happen. Balabanov's I think, must be in the pit as well.
Yeah, Mooner's in the pit. Towers is in the pit.
It's all happening.
It's all happening here. I think we probably better watch this pit just to see what happens.
Is Balabanov in the pit, or has something weird happened to him? Because he's suddenly 2.3 minutes behind.
Balabanov is stopped.
I think he's crashed.
Might have been terminal.
Getting some radio chatter coming in. Game crashed. Damn. Oh, that's a shame. He was putting in a good performance. Constable stopped a bit ahead of his pit box there.
Yeah, Mooner is out. Towers is now heading out. And he gets back ahead of Constable, so that's... and then Constable still in the pits. It's just a bit...
I mean...
There he is now, and off he goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Towers, he managed to gain a bit of time. Well, actually, no, I think it was about... No, it's about the same time. The gap from him to Brophy is the one to look at, because Prescott's not really a factor in this. Yeah. He's got a pit.
Salt is, though. Salt is only a couple of about 2.5 seconds behind Towers, so we could see this coming in again. Yeah,
bearing in mind, though, that Salt did pit early, so his tyres are not going to be too good towards the end of the race.
Yeah, but if he saved them well, like he may still be at a competitive pace. It's like Kolyev's having a go at Constable in the background there, because their tyres are pretty comparable.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, that's given that they've both pitted, haven't they?
Yeah, that's probably a really masterful strategy there by Kolyev.
Something's worked very well for him. Yeah.
It looks like Belevsky's pitting. Race leader is in. And he's out. Who else is coming in? Let's see. It looks like... yeah, Tim Heaton's pitting. Also, Woolridge is pitting. He's coming out now. But bearing in mind, Woolridge is a lap behind everyone, so it doesn't really factor into this. Pete Vernon now leading the race. He's 18 seconds ahead of Belevsky. If he has a quick stop, he's going to be really kind of coming back out thereabouts around where Brophy is. So
if it's about 30 seconds, he's going to be just a little behind Mooner and probably a bit ahead of Brophy. But if it's a 40-second thing, which it might actually be, then it'll be between Brophy and Towers.
Yeah, it looks like Heaton comes out just behind Constable where he left off.
So that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, very accurate. Salt has done really well for himself though, jumping all that way up into 6th.
That suggests he's been pulling out some very good times in his free air.
It's a pretty masterful pit strategy, but
that's pretty good work.
But he's still got 20 minutes worth of race to do on those tyres, so we'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, because if he's been absolutely burning rubber to make up these positions, then it might be for nothing. But we'll see how he lasts.
Most definitely. Let's take a look. Vernon's in.
All right, so this will tell us a little bit more concrete what the actual gap is. So if it's a 30-second gap, he should be in front of Peter Brophy. If it's a 40-second stop, then he'll be behind him. Unless Brophy screws up in his lap or something. Please don't. We're measuring on you. Don't do it.
There's Belevsky. There's Yilmaz. Here's Brophy coming round now.
Okay, this is the question.
Vernon's moving.
I think Brophy is going to be ahead of him. Not by a lot.
I think so too. Quite a slow stop there from Vernon. Or maybe just the difference in the tyre. Those last few laps sat out have not helped his tyres. So
So that looked like a 35-second. Oh, we've got a bit of an off here in this little battle, I think. Is that Woolridge?
That's Woolridge, yeah. That's
Yeah. They're just getting well out of the way.
yeah, but that actually allows Towers to jump onto the back of Pete Vernon now. So
Towers has done well in this new rubber.
Towers has done well.
Right, who's not pitted? Yeah, I think that's a lot, isn't it?
That's everyone. Everyone has pitted.
There you go.
Oh, well. Yeah, but apart from Balabanov and Perkins, who... All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, confirming there is some strategic work from the Ollie side that they were losing time behind Tim Heaton early in the race, so they decided to box opposite to him. So, yeah, there's clearly a few people making the decision of, like, I will get more time out of my race if it's clean air.
Yeah.
And if I'm not behind a rather skillful defender such as Tim Heaton. That's Woolridge just trying to please find somewhere on the track that's not got a car in it.
It's all right. The flash of the lights there.
Yeah. Pete knows we see you. Look behind you though. Tower sees you as well. Constable, Salt, and Heaton are right in with each other. Let's have a look at that.
Yeah. So Salt has gotten the better of both Constable and Heaton.
Well, he was ahead of them in the stop, so
yeah.
I wonder if he's already suffering from that rubber, because he is not pulling away. Let's see. Let's take it. What's he doing?
Trying to find a way around, but
oh, look at that!
Salt being very defensive.
I think he's looking at his defense lines rather than his fast line.
Slowing this trio right down.
He's looking, how can I get more momentum to outpace him? And Kolyev's not far off this battle as well.
Exactly. Looking very dangerous in the background there is Stefan Kolyev.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that was a bit of a brake check. This is pretty dirty. Oh, nice detail.
I'm just going to go on board there with Tim Heaton as we're watching this.
Oh, Heaton goes a bit wide.
Drops off the back of it, but you can see how Constable just wants to find a way by, but there's just not enough track.
Yeah.
Gonna try and switch back here.
Trying around the outside. And there's room, but there's no pace. Whoop.
Allows Heaton to really get up into Constable's back end.
Heaton really had to slam on the thing, and that's why you might see Kolyev on the left.
Oh, yes.
Or now the right.
There's Kolyev. They're drag racing, I believe.
Yeah, Kolyev's just on the right. You can see the front of his bumper. Look at them trying to figure out where you're going to go. I want to go the other way. Right, Constable trying to go around the outside of Salt this time. Doesn't really get in position there, but Kolyev's got Heaton.
Kolyev makes that place.
Yeah, that's very good. Kolyev is, for someone that pitted earlier, he's done well with those tyres. Let's see how that lasts. That was a very weird inside line. He drove over
get on the grass there, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't want to make any promises for anyone because I'll curse them. So I just want to watch.
They are driving a race, Doug.
They are. Yeah. There are multiple cars in close proximity to each other.
Yes.
Coming back at Kolyev.
I think he'll make that one stick.
Oh, he outbraked him. That's a brave move, but he's done it.
Oh, big slide there for Kolyev in the background. Oh.
Okay. Oh, no.
He's able to rejoin, but absolute disaster there for Kolyev.
The Ollie fan club. Don't say a word about Ollie, please, Doug.
We're hanging off the back of Ollie. Bit of a tap there from Constable.
Oh, Hello, Woolridge. Such aggressive defense.
I bet Ollie's absolutely sweating.
Yeah. Now I don't know whose tire is gonna. I don't know whose tire is gonna wear out more from these tactics. Is it attacker or defender?
I think all the brake checks and stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
I'd say that Salt's tyres are going to be pretty shot after this exchange. Constable just trying to find a way around. He knows he's quicker. He just needs to find that track.
Can he outbrake him on this inside line?
Oh, nose to tail.
This is brilliant racing.
That's Balabanov cheering Koyev on in the chat.
Wee. You can see that this is respectful racing as well. Ooh, that's a bit wide.
Trying to find a way around into the
chance for Heaton.
Into the clutches of Heaton. Heaton, not quite enough drive to go around Constable.
Yeah, because that was a bit wide from Constable, a bit of a save. But you could see when he was right up and next to Ollie a few turns ago, how he had to brake to control the curve. Otherwise, he would have tapped the back of Ollie and definitely spun out.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep it a fair race, you got those are the limits you put on yourself. It's a hard decision to make.
Yeah, most definitely.
Ollie knows his best chance of keeping Constable behind him is probably Tim Heaton.
Yeah, and he's got to do this for another 11 minutes if he wants to come in 6th place at least.
It's so close.
Constable's going to have him, I think. This is a hell of a drive down this straight from Constable.
It's going to be a brave turn if he's keeping the momentum.
Around the outside, can he switch back? No.
Ollie covers it.
It looked like a very good drive there for Constable, but not quite.
It feels like he's got the pace and the control to get the drives, but this is all Ollie doing. This is taking everything Ollie's got for defence.
Absolutely. Kolyev's catching back up again now. So this battle is slowing.
Yeah.
It's slowing down this traffic to the point where Kolyev's able to spin out and come back into it.
Yeah. Different side. Is he going? He's not round him there. Oh, Kolyev
having a go. Oh, big slide there for Kolyev.
It's the same part of the track.
Oh, you absolute maniac, Kolyev.
Oh,
what are you doing?
I mean, it's great. It's great streaming, but and that. You've got to look after yourself on that turn.
Who knows? He might be able to catch up again if this keeps going on.
Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah. He had to really brake to not go into the back of the pair this time. I'm trying to see if there are any other battles going on. There technically is. Like, Peter Vernon is about a second off of Brophy, and Towers is about 1 second back from that. So there are 2 three-way battles going on right now.
Let's take a look at that other one. Constable trying to step out there, weaving all over the place.
Yeah, let's check. He's trying to claim the inside.
Oh, I think he might. Oh, no.
Is it quick enough,
Ollie gets the drive. It looked like he might have had it there for a second, but he's now trying to go around the long way. He's just trying to find that that gap, but it's just not there. Ollie with some very spirited defence. Let's take a look up. This is the battle for 3rd place. So
not quite as close.
Yeah, not quite as close.
But still, this is a podium position fight. Oh, Constables crashed.
He's gone through the world.
I just saw him drop like 2 minutes 58 off. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, where's looks like Tim Heaton got through though. What the hell happened there?
Ollie, was that you? What on earth? Might have to find a replay of that one at the end of all this.
Yeah, what the hell happened there? I look away for a moment and everything goes to pot.
Yeah, like Constable got spun out of the universe. Let's get back on the other battle.
Yeah,
quickly
there he is, see? On board the Constable now as he sails through the cosmos. Looks like Constable disconnected and his car tapped Ollie, says Actual Panda in chat. If that's the case, that would make a lot of sense because now Tim Heaton's ahead of Salt.
That is so frustrating. Disconnected. God, this is the problem with these sim races. Right.
Yeah.
Well, we may as well switch to the other battle. Let's not miss it.
Let's take a look. So yeah, Vernon now getting onto the back of Brophy. We've just got about 7 minutes left of this race.
Brophy not escaping from Vernon.
Towers though is catching.
He is, yeah. I think Vernon was the last to pit of these three. Because I think it was Brophy, then Towers, then Vernon. But I think Towers has had cleaner air and may have been able to preserve tyres a bit better, which might explain some of this catch-up. We'll see. I think we may be due an update from Tom Constable. Right. Now, what on earth happened to his pretty decent race? I think a lot of these boys are cursed about whether we talk about them or not. Hello, we've been joined in the commentary box by Peter Mays.
Hey guys, I'm just sneaking in.
Hey Pete.
Have you been watching the stream so far?
Just joined literally 5 seconds ago.
Have you raced the Hungaroring, which is where they're at right now?
I'm not in this championship.
Oh, I think this is about as close as they get to your home race, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, good timing. Yeah, so we've... Yeah, so where are we at? So with 5 minutes left, all of our races... Oh, it's a good time. Look at this.
From Brophy. Vernon's right alongside him now. It's actually going to be pretty spicy for third place.
This is for P3. They're going to be quite low on tyres now as well. So this is one of the so they've all had one pit stop.
Oh, bit of a tap there from Vernon, and he's into the wall.
Oh, Brophy barely caught himself.
Oh, Brophy barely catches himself. Is Towers going to go through now?
That's a long 3-point turn for
It
Vernon.
doesn't look like it. Oh,
he's gonna make it fighty.
Towers has got the line going into this corner. Yeah, looks like he's going to take that place. Towers up to third now.
Wow, can he hold this till the end? Because Brophy won't.
Yeah, Brophy's not going to let him
be
have
happy about that.
Yeah, he's not going to let him have it easily. Brophy goes back through. Absolute disaster for Vernon.
He's gonna be frustrated with himself there. That was a potential podium position. Pete, have you driven with the tyre deck in any of these?
Not in our championships. Normally I play with full damage and tire degradation when I play racing games.
So if they're coming to the end of these tires now, like what, like how different is it?
It gets much more skiddy, and you need to be aware of when you lift off your throttle when you apply brakes, because the whole thing gets a little bit close to how you drive on ice.
Right. And they're having to do that while still ambitiously fighting with each other, tooth and nail on track.
Absolutely, but you need to consider that the other guys are fighting their tires as well.
I guess the risk is higher, like what we saw there with that little come together of Pete, the other two Peters.
Yeah. Do we also have heat simulation on this championship? Tire heat, I mean.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we do, to be honest. Just over 2 minutes left of this race. Things are looking pretty sealed up. This is the closest battle on the track now.
Well, I certainly joined a really good spot here.
Yeah, this is. I'm wondering if this is a. This could be a really good one for Towers, like pulling home these points, because these long races bring more. This may well put him. This could easily put him like back up in the contention with Tom Constable, Ollie Salt, Matthew Perkins. It might even put him ahead of all of them. It might put him into P4 in the championship if he sticks on, if he finishes the track in this position. So he doesn't need to be silly fighting Peter Brophy, but it's racing.
Towers now, he's got a minute left. If he wants to make a move, now is the time.
I think this is the only real battle on track right now. Tim Heaton is putting
quite a bit of a nudge there from Towers, getting a bit zealous, trying to send it through, but
Pete Brophy won't be happy. That's the second time someone's barged into him on that corner.
Hasn't spun him off though. Oh, a bit of a smack there, but it looks like they're both going to recover.
Oh, that's high stakes.
Towers just getting a bit hot under the collar there, trying to get by Brophy and trying to use every means necessary. Oh, Matt Perkins says in the chat, tyres do have heat simulated. So, yes.
Right, there's your answer, Pete. Ooh, Kollier's catching Salt. That one might go down to the wire. So this will be... They're on their last lap, yeah, so... Like, Salt has got to hold it together to keep that P7. Which, even if he finishes here, is a good haul from the back of the grid, but it's not over until it's over.
Bolevsky wins the Hungaroring.
Dominant.
So, yeah, absolutely dominant. 20 seconds down the road is Muna Yilmaz. You can see there's the track. Muna is coming over the line round about now. There's Woolridge with some lights. You got one more lap to do, mate.
Hey, James. Oh, does he? Because it's checker flag. Like, or does it lock the position there?
I think he'll probably have to do one more. But yeah, here's Pete Brophy. Oh no! Bit of a spin there, but I think Towers is going to let him have that one back.
I think Towers had to brake just to not T-bone him.
Yeah. And they come into the final corner. Looks like Brophy is going to get third place. Towers.
Brophy.
Yeah, Towers giving it the wiggle. We see
cautious wiggle. These boys are driving on rims. They're driving on rims right now.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Good effort from everyone there.
Salt and Koliev, that battle's not over.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Pete Vernon coming on through. Salt Koliev is heating up.
Oh, this is the one. This is it. To the line, boys. Bit of a drifty line.
Oh, It looks like... Yeah, so 5th place man, Pete Vernon. 6th place man, Tim Heaton. Salt and Kolyev. Salt is your 7th place man. Kolyev in 8th. Prescott in 9th. Padgham in 10th. Woolridge in 11th. Constable still... Oh, Constable is auto-driving around as a DNF. Balabanov and Perkins obviously DNFs as well. So, yeah. That's the Hungaroring.
That's a few dramatic dropouts. Like that's going to be a particularly good haul for Ian Towers and Stefan Kolyev, because a lot of their rivals either weren't in or I don't know, fell out of the race. Like it, very very hard luck for Balabanov, Constable, and Perkins as well.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, what drama, what fun. Let's just check and see when our next race is. So I think it's not next week, is it, Doug? It's the week after, if I'm right.
I believe. So I think there was going to be a break between the Hungaroring and Circuit Zelda, so it's possible that we did have a DNS Grand Prix.
Yeah, we did have a DNS. Ago. I think the idea was to move the break, so we will likely not be broadcasting next week. Yeah, but I will message in the chat to people if there's any information otherwise. But yeah, where are we going to be racing next, Doug?
The next one will be the Circuit Zolder Grand Prix.
Yep, so join us next time for Circuit Zolder, where we will return to our usual format of 2 20-minute races. Yeah, we're going to close out this championship with 3 more rounds to determine who is going to be champion. So yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Pete, for joining us in the commentary box.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, cheers, Pete.
Have a good night. Thank you.
All right, I've been Ben, and Doug's been Doug.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time. Take it
easy.
Bye, guys. Bye.